Greetings mortals, Brimthen here, and today we're going to be talking about Total War Warhammer 2 and touching a little bit on Total War Warhammer 1. If you're watching this, it's most likely because you have gotten the game from me or you just recently purchased the game, and I'm just wanting to help you get on the right foot because it can be a lot to get into this game, even just getting the DLC set up. So what I want you to do first is download Total War Warhammer 1 and go to its start menu. It's going to look similar to this one, and you're going to have this button called Downloadable Content. Click on it, and you're going to find these little flags that are red that says free. Regiments of Renown may be glitched for most people for Warhammer 2, so just ignore mine that's here. But you'll see this little free tag here. Download every single one of those free tags on the menu here. Then, on Total War Warhammer 1, go to its store and check its DLC page and click it on Steam as well. Between Steam and the Total War client, you have to have them both kind of synced up, and it has to be registered on both your Total War client side and on Steam side to register your DLC. So that's kind of why we do this. Once you've done that, you've pretty much can not touch Total War Warhammer 1 ever again, or even delete it. But the next thing you want to do is do the exact same process on Total War Warhammer 2. Go on to here, go to its downloadable content thing, hit all the little flags on it, go to its store, download all of the DLC inside of its store. Once you've done all of that, you should be ready to pretty much play the game. The next thing that I want you to do, and to save you so much headache down the line, is go to Options, go down here to Game Settings, and turn off Skirmish Mode. What Skirmish Mode is when your archers are basically engaged and shooting at other units. If that unit gets close to them, they'll start to run away. This causes them to get out of formation, and that can cause so many headaches down the line. There is some use for skirmish mode for certain units, but save that to your own discretion and just toggle it on in-game for those particular units. You don't want all of your archer units being in skirmish mode all the time, so just go ahead and toggle that box off. Set up your colorblind mode, do whatever you need to do here. Then the next thing that I really want you to do is to go in here and get your graphics settings set up for your computer. I'm running on a NASA space age computer, so my settings are not going to be applicable to yours. Hit the benchmark, see where you're at, tweak these settings, try to aim for fairly high FPS and fairly decent detail if you're able to, because this is a beautiful game and you really don't want to waste the art, honestly, in my opinion. I focus more on texture quality and unit details so that you can really see what the units look like and what they're doing, because that's one of the big fun parts of the game. After that, set up your other options just like you would any other game. Then, last but not least, go over here and take a look at campaigns in New Game here. Now, myself, this is a bit opinionated. I don't suggest playing Eye of Vortex. It's good if you want to learn story and hear a little bit more about the lore. It takes place on a smaller map with only a few races, so not everything is there. You're able to kind of play through a smaller, compact campaign sort of deal. But most everybody that plays the game, most of the people that's in my Discord community is going to tell you play Mortal Empires. And you need Total War Warhammer 1 and Total War Warhammer 2 in order to play it. And if you eventually pre-order Warhammer 3, all of your Total War Warhammer 1, 2, and 3 will carry over to the Immortal Empires later down the line. So, Mortal Empires is a giant map with all races, with all playable factions, playing at the same time, and it's the main experience that everybody's going for. In the next part of this playlist, we're going to get into faction details, what's the best for new players to play versus what does each faction do, so that you can kind of weigh what DLC you want. Because a big part of this game is picking the factions that you want to play. And if you're on a budget, you may not want to buy all the DLC because it can get really expensive really quick. And maybe a few suggestions can kind of turn you towards the way you want to go. Anyway, hopefully this was a little bit helpful. If you follow these steps, it should set you up to where you can play Mortal Empires with all of the DLC characters that's available in 1 and 2 and let you kind of start off on the right foot. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.